of the Court of Appeal yesterday over the 2023 presidential election. I'm joined by spokesperson and National Publicity Secretary of the APC, Felix Morka, on the news at 10. Mr. Morka, we have reaction already from the petitioners. The PDP candidate, for instance, is saying that this judgment is bereft of substantial justice, and also Mr. Peter Obi is saying is headed to the Supreme Court and that is not given up until he gets justice. Are you concerned about this new move?
No, we're not concerned. As a matter of fact, we are very delighted at the judgment that was rendered yesterday by the tribunal. The judgment was right on the mark. It was complete. It was absolutely cogent. And, I mean, this was a judgment rendered over so many hours, meticulously delivered. Every strand of argument made, every motion moved, every witness deposition were all, forensically analyzed by the tribunal. So, yes, Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar all have their constitutional right to appeal if they so choose. But, I think that anyone who is discerning, who listened to that decision yesterday, will know that it's just another frolic, to the Supreme Court. The judgment yesterday was a rebuke to the petitioners. Now, if they are smart, they should simply, take the advisory given by the court yesterday and, let this matter lie. But again, they have a right to, approach the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court is not a court of first instance. The Supreme Court is not going to hear witnesses. It will simply consider the decision of the tribunal. And so we're very confident that the Supreme Court will also trash any appeal that is brought before it, because there's no basis on which any of these petitioners, may maintain a reasonable appeal in the matter.
Mr. Morka, is there a sense you think that the credibility question of the 2023 presidential election has been resolved, even with the possibility of this case moving up to the apex court?
The credibility of the election that was conducted by INEC on February 25th was never in any serious question. But, anyone can go to court and file an action. That is the simplest thing anyone can do. And they did that. But yesterday was the day of reckoning. And the court, held that these petitioners could not, prove the allegations that they brought before the court. Now, this is a court of law. It's not a market square. It's not a place where you come idly to just speculate and make outlandish allegations. When you are sat, you prove. That is what the courts are about. It's about evidence. And these petitioners were unable to lead any credible evidence to justify the allegations that they made. So, I don't think that there's any credibility crisis around the election. And even if there was any, it was settled yesterday. Because, after the judgment yesterday, I don't think there's any basis for anyone, whether the petitioners or even any Nigerian, to continue to harbor any misgivings about the election. It was settled yesterday. And, because of the quality of that decision, there's no question that the Supreme Court will have a field day laughing these petitioners out of the courtroom should they approach the Supreme Court.
Is there room for improvement in our electoral process? And is that a priority for the APC government?
No, definitely. I mean, look, the Buhari administration of, the APC, for 8 years, did nothing but enact reforms in our electoral system. That government reformed the electoral process more than all of the other governments, before it put together. So the current government of our party is committed to improving the quality of our electoral system going forward, without question. All of the protections and the systems that these petitioners litigated in court were improvements made by the APC administration. So we are the ones trying to actually make our electoral process more transparent, make it more, credible than the PDP did in all of its 16 years in government. So, I don't think anyone can, fairly accuse the APC of not being interested.
All right.
Because, all of the reforms that is the basis for their argument were all reforms enacted by our party. So we're very proud of our achievements. But going forward, yes, there are rooms for improvement. And we will make those, changes and improvements, in due time.
National Publicity Secretary of the APC, Felix Morka, thank you for talking to us tonight.
Thank you very much.
We also reached